Ooh, Damien.
Stupid, sexy Damien and his idiotic short temper. You think he could even be your sweetheart, but he seems more focused on being angry 24/7. For God's sake, he's the kind of guy that could get angry at a banana. As a matter of fact, your daydreaming is interrupted by the feral screams of Damien, who seems to be insulting an actual banana. You stupid yellow fruit. What's your deal? You think you're richer in potassium than me? Whoa, okay.
Wow.
No one is richer in potassium than Damien effing Levy. Yeah! Is he even for real? Stupid, sexy Damien. No, you need to put a stop to this nonsense before it escalates somehow into arson.
Send the bananas honor, eat the banana.
I feel like bold would be
Bold would
Depending.
eat the banana, I think.
Yeah. I feel
Alright.
like you would eat
I
it.
think it, yeah. I'm getting closer
Nice.
to Damien in a very cool and quiet way. Huh? Why don't you mind your own business, noob? But you don't mind your business. You eat the banana instead. What? Gah.
Oh yay! Oh look, it's Damien. He's losing his shit like that.
Yeah, he was bullying that banana, but it seems he's all bark and no bite.
Not like a mirror, huh?
Hunter seems to be all bite for sure.
Kinda sexy.
It's alluring, being all bite. Not the bullying. Bullying's never alluring, nor sexy.
True that. Unless you're bullying a banana. I mean, who cares? That's just stupid. Damien's stupid.
Hashtag winners don't bully bananas, they just eat them.
Hashtag Damien is a stupid banana bully.
Gah. Not again. This is it. This is the last time you dare F with me, you bee. On prom night, we're going to share a very special dance. Spoiler alert, it will hurt.
Sounds like a prom fight on the prom night. Damien versus Amaria. What is it?
Amira.
Amira versus Amira. It's like awesome.
She'll probably
She's drunk,
drunk
it's
again.
fine.
Yeah, she's right. I'm drunk.
I might have won.
Dang right, you all have tickets to watch how I reduce Amira's bones into a sad, shapeless pulp.
He loves me.
He
Yeah.
loves you.
Great events. Hashtag prom fight on prom night.
And so you've led yourself to your own potential death. Nice! But at least you gain +3 boldness for doing so of your own volition.
Oh, Polly's fun to voice.
Yes.
Hello.
If Miranda is Princess Bubblegum, then I feel like Polly is Lumpy Space Princess.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards the voice is used. Oh my god.
Yas. Where you headed?
Alright. I'm gonna go to the gym.
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. But the match isn't as important as the human interaction in it. You're at your peak when you decide to go for the overkill and wink at one of your teammates. He's totally mesmerized. It's the most epic wink ever. Dang, you know how to win over people's hearts. You gain +2 charm.
Nice.
It's only been one match, and you can see that Polly and Liam are already bored.
Good morning, my sweet students.
Oh. Another voice.
I mean, I can take it if no one else wants the tiger.
I'll be voicing Polly in this one, so.
Marvelous! My dear student athletes, this match was great, but I know the remaining 29 matches will be even greater.
Hey.
Time to get that blood pumping and those heart rates going.
They're great.
Yeah, they're great.
Why do we have to do this? I don't even have blood or a heart. Also, I hate playing with balls.
You're lucky.
Mouse
You're
in the
lucky,
car.
Vicky. Most of the time.
You're right, Paulina. Physical exertion is for lesser beings with no conception of how to properly while away the hours.
I'm not sure what you're saying, unless you mean you're down to help me skip. this bummer of a class.
Indeed. But we need to do so cleverly, so as not to get detention.
That would be fun, I think.
Fake mustaches is fun. Yeah. Oh no, that's so surprising.
Fake
Slurp's party sounds like it would be fun, whereas I think fake mustache, maybe that could be creativity.
creativity.
Wouldn't the party be charming?
My fun,
Maybe.
well, my fun and my charm are more than my creativity right now. So, I hope it's not smarts.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's smarts.
No.
Okay.
Trust. Yay! So
fun.
Okay, good.
Sorry, Coach, we can't play anymore.
What? Why?
because it is a surprise party for ya.
Fortunately, Polly always carries some party horns and lots of confetti with her.
Surprise! Oh, hey, look at that! I'm so Erik did that.
Kids? Really? Why?
Because today is best coach in the world day.
Me? Me? The best coach in the world? Only because I have the greatest students in the world? I'm so happy. Let's call it a day and enjoy this. Because in the end, joy is the main muscle of the heart.
Isn't the heart the main muscle of the heart?
No, the heart is like the captain of the muscles of the heart. Or muscles like the joy of the body. I can't remember.
Whatever, coach. Let's party. I am the perfect thing for this.
No, Polly, Coke is not the perfect thing for this.
Even with no Coke, you have a great time together, and you get to skip gym. Happy International Surprise Party Day. You gain +2 charm and +1 fun.
Nice.
I wonder if you would have bought the bag of Coke. So you could have used that in that thing.
I think that's something like that. Yeah, I think there's the secret ending with Polly if you get the penguin mask and the bag of cocaine.
Oh, my
Oh.
God.
Sounds intriguing.
that would you really have to like focus on that though, like making sure that you're building up enough funds and
Yeah.
great
that'd
poor
be
Polly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, this
Aw.
looks so
Aw.
cute! He has 2 little things too. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you're spectral authority. But you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way! The graffiti says I'm bold as F, and you know what? It turns out it's the wall's magical wall of grants wishes. What a wall! A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as F, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyways, lucky for you. Scott scrolls by, happily munching on something. Liam gasps, gapes at him.
What on earth are you eating, Scott?
this delicious new flavor of Bangles potato chips, maximum ultimate double barbecue massacre.
Really? Because it looks like a raw severed goat head inside a cardboard tube.
Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Could have sworn it was a potato chip. Still tasty though.
Tasty? Tasty? Does one environmental destruction sound tasty to you?
I don't know. Is that kind of jerky?
No, Scott. Don't you realize that in order to harvest those goat heads, Bengals and Kojipathiate millions of innocent goats every year?
But what do they do with the bodies of the goats?
Nothing! It's a horrendously wasteful practice.
Oh no! All those poor headless goat bodies running around and bumping into things. We have to stop them.
Scott is so adorable, I love him.
Yeah.
I love him so
Wait,
much.
really? I was just trying to make you feel guilty. I didn't actually have a plan of action, but if someone would suggest one.
Assemble an army of vengeful undead goat torsos. Write an extremely mean blog post. I don't know which one I'm supposed to pick for this one.
This one's kind of tough.
I feel like,
Yeah.
well, I feel like this one, like, Scott wouldn't like because he seems to be, like, very horrified by the goat torsos. So maybe write an extremely mean blog post because that's kind of creative too.
Yeah.
They're smart, maybe. So I'll pick this one.
Yeah.
Oh, not so, oh, I'm not as creative.
Oh no.
That's all right.
That's a great idea. I'll do it right now.
Wait, Scott, I think he meant I should.
But it's too late. Scott has already snatched Liam's laptop and started typing.
Grr, mean words. Need blog post. Grr.
Writing words is just punching and slapping the keyboard.
That's how you know the words are mean, because you made the punches.
Before Liam can get his computer back, Scott has already posted his masterpiece, which begins with Immortal Line. Love that. Fangles is strangely unmoved by this heartfelt essay, and Liam's computer's smoldering ruin. You lose -2 smarts and -1 money in order to repair Liam's computer. Well, at least I got smarts to spare.
Yeah.
Let's trade places.
Challenge.
Everybody chooses an animal. Say your choice out loud. The rest of the players vote.
Guinea pig.
Unicorn.
A shark.
A shark. I pick the sugar gliders, the flying squirrels, little flying sugar glider squirrels.
Okay.
Play orders decided based on how intriguing a new Game of Thrones house would be if it had the selected animal as its sigil. Start debating now. Sugar glider Game of Thrones would be very.
I mean, the shark would be awesome. That shark would be kind
Well,
of.
sharks would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Like they already have the kind of the kraken. So.
Yeah, they have the kraken. And
What do you think? Sam?
I'm on Team Sugar Gliders.
Okay. So.
It would be an actual nice house.
Yeah.
instead of-
We're at a tie, so
Ooh,
I'll go with the sugar gliders first. Fine with
we'll
Okay.
go with the sugar gliders. Okay.
So that would
And
be
then
you.
that means second will be
Sharks.
sharks.
which
Or
is Vicky.
Vicky, yeah.
Vicky. Okay, Vicky.
Yep.
All right. Then
Shark.
the last two is
I had guinea pig and
Unicorn.
unicorn.
Well, unicorns are very majestic.
But the guinea pig is also amusing. I
All
vote for guinea pig. My vote's
Yeah.
You vote
right,
guinea pig. All right. Guinea pig is Brian.
yep.
Okay.
and Amir.
Week
Lunchtime.
3. Noon.
Noon.
All right.
Oh no.
Alright.
I kind of look at that. My table is not contested.
Mine are blank again.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I
help you
can
out.
see this time. Yeah.
Polly is. I mean, I haven't bought anything, so I kind of feel like I should buy something. Because who's Polly's is Amira's, right? No, Polly
Vicky.
is.
Polly is spring.
Yeah, I'll
Is-
let you know Polly. I kind
Oh,
of want to buy
thanks.
something.
Hopefully you can afford something. Or do you want to go for stat boost?
We only have 4, so I don't think you can buy anything.
Yeah, I can't buy anything.
If you want
Yeah,
to go
you
for
can
stat
go for
boost,
I'll
then
go for a stat boost. You're enjoying a quiet meal by yourself when a wound opens in the fabric of space, revealing the interdimensional.
Greetings, my love.
Who wants to be the prince?
I can do it.
Okay.
Greetings, heroes. I have a task for which no hands are fit but yours. A portal is sealed against me, which I have enough strength enough to open. Please help me break the seal on this jar of kosher dill pickles.
Seriously? You take the jar from him, pop off the lid, and hand it back to him. Maybe he'll leave you alone now.
Oh, bless you, hero. Your noble deeds deserve a noble title. Yes, I will grant you one free noble title. Redeemable now.
Maybe he'll leave you alone if you accept the title. Anyway, having one sweet, you check his phone to see your options. Foreign minister in charge of extreme handsomeness. That sounds like Charm.
Charm.
The unscrupulous, most unscrupulous treasurer. That's for money.
Money.
Sounds like money.
I think I need some money. I'll go for that one.
Wanna go for money? Okay. An excellent choice, and your timing could be anywhere. Our last scrubious treasure just absconded with half our funds. Let me just give you my account numbers, the keys
Wow.
to my money pit, and the combination of all my safes.
Well, I'm happy with that.
Hey, where did you go?
No time to talk. Too busy absconding with funds. You take all you can carry, plus 4 money.
Nice.
Yes.
Let's go.
You can have fun with Polly. I got my bling.
Yay!
Oh no!
Scott and Polly
These are my
sing
favorite
together, laughing their metaphorical A's off.
Yo, Damien. Do Damien. God. Look at my stupid red face. I use violence to cover up the fact that I have been brought up by a revere a toxic version of masculinity, which has alienated me from my own true emotions. You sound totally like him. Okay. You do Vera. I'm Vera. I'm very smart, and my hair is pretty, and my friends look up to me because I am a strong, independent woman. Scott, I'm not sure you understand how everything works. I'm not Scott, I'm Vera. And I can tell because I said my name just now. Okay. What about you, Vicky? Got any good impressions?
Just one, but it's a real doozy.
I suppose.
I feel like if you go with Scott, you're mocking him, which is not going to. You're kind of not on that side of.
You should probably
fun.
mock.
Yeah, I should probably mock Scott. Yeah.
Yep. I know you're doing an impression of me, but because you said my name, but. Oh my God, that sounds exactly like him. It does? Yeah. Remember that time you took that impersonations class together, and we had to introduce ourselves? Oh yeah. I guess I did say woof woof. That's me, Scott. I'm a dog boy who has bad impressions. But I didn't yell like that. I'm sorry, but are you the real Scott? There's two absolutely identical men in front of me right now. I can't.
Polly insists on a smooching contest to determine who the real Scott is. You end up winning in more ways than one.
Oh yeah.
You arrive at your chosen table to find Miranda folding napkins and Vera.
Oh, I think we've done this one before.
Yeah.
Alright, the Master Prom draws near.
Alright, Oz, who are you picking?
Who will you ask to prom? None of them?
None of them.
Oh, I'm definitely asking Scott. I have to go for Scott.
There you
Go for it.
Ask Scott for the prom? Yes.
Yes.
Vicky, who are you asking?
Vicky. Oh, I'm asking Polly. Yes. We're both dead, so.
Okay.
And Amira.
I don't know if it'll work.
We'll see.
Try. Just try.
Give it a try.
All right.
There we go. You finally. Oh, I love how the heart beats there. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the Master Prom with you. Oh, that's you.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Prom?
Awesome, bro.
Sure, why not?
Yes!
That sounds funny.
Okay,
Yay!
There'll be so much hard partying that it'll count as workout.
Yay! Scott.
We're the perfect team.
Yeah!
Oh,
Unlock
Your little shoulder, your
Casanova.
little shoulder thing.
Oh, that's so cute.
good. Little
I
shoulder
love-
has a top hat.
Aw, Scott
My
looks.
Scotty looks so
Oh.
handsome. We look cute. Prom night was the best. The two of you got lost on your way to school and ended up having a crazy misadventure in a dungeon. By the time you finally arrived at prom, your bonds were tighter than ever. You learned a lot about Scott. Turns out that, aside from sports and cheerleading, he also loves the sky and the stars. He gives his own names to constellations, and if he knew the word astronomer, you're sure he would love to be one someday.
Let's
go.
All right, Vicky.
I think this might actually be a good chance then. I think we might get a good shot at this.
Okay.
You pluck up your courage. Actually, you should read this one. Vicky.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you.
Yes.
Yes! It'll be epic. Boom. Yeah. We'll get pretty wild pretty soon. Only one thing. If I were you, I'd get some good life insurance. Just in case. Okay.
Party time.
Party time.
Prom,
That is so cute.
that is cute. Prom night was nice, but a bit bland for the likes of you. You decided to spice things up by summoning some interdimensional nightmare creatures because interdimensional nightmare creatures know how to rave the right way. You and Polly held hands while admiring how the interdimensional nightmare creatures wreaked havoc. What a night.
Let's do this!
Alright, come on, Amira.
Come on.
You finally plucked the courage to ask your beloved to do the monster comedy prom. Oh wait.
Oh,
No.
no. Come on, Damien.
Come on, Damien.
Rad!
Yes!
Okay, good.
Okay.
Are you some kind of genius or something? I'll tell you what you are. My date to prom.
Okay,
Let's
good.
set the world on fire, baby!
You actually look great together.
Wow.
Ew, wow.
Prom night was awesome. You and Damien reflected on all the fucked up misadventures you had over the past few weeks. You've definitely been your worst self. After some good laughs, you conclude, well, I'm definitely going to hell. He stayed silent a bit after that, then he added, I don't know if you want to say
You know what? I see no problem with that.
best night ever.
Sure.
Alright.
Alright.
Of course I want to go to prom together, my Machiavellian fellow conspirator. I can't help but deeply value such a brilliant and scheming mind. It's smart to keep someone that can be so useful at palace intrigues close at hand. And we royalty are all about convenient and strategic marriage. So why shouldn't I be smart and strategic about prom dates too? Also, you're super cute.
Aww.
Aw.
When prom night comes, you're ready to have the night of your lives. You practice your, what's that?
Viennese.
Viennese waltz, and Miranda is deeply impressed. Even if the music is mostly electronic, you somehow Viennese waltz the fuck out of, and everyone gathers in a circle to admire your prowess. It's a magical evening. Also, you executed some more plots and assassinations together just in case, which is a fantastic bond.
Bow to your queen.
Oh.
Oh.
You and Miranda are selected as prom royalty. And you know it's a bit cheesy to say this, but Miranda's beauty is heightened by the delicacy. What's that?
Delicacy.
Delicacy of her enemy's blood all over her body. It's truly been a magical evening. I think we
Wow.
actually got it.
Wow.
Hey,
One-
secret ending. I think that was
Oh.
the Miranda round.
One secret ending, 17 new events, 19 new outcomes, total runs, 1 of 23, events 65 of 394,
Whoa.
outcomes 67 of 1,408 outcomes? Really?
Wow. How? How is that possible?
I don't know.
I mean, they're probably also
Wow.
doing the bad endings too, where like,
Yeah.
Or the
Amira.
neutral endings where you don't choose anyone.
right, there's a couple times where you just don't go to,
Yeah.
I think there's even an option where you can pick by the book and just stay at home.
Sam, go ahead and read Amira's thing.
Most likely to become president of Party.
And Polly's quote.
Oh, I speak loud like loud. Loud.
Yeah.
Aww.
Cool, we actually did it. We each of us were able to end up with who we were.
Yeah, I'm so glad about that. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd week of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendships, and learning who we were and who we could be. And you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Damien found peace in the most unexpected way. He kept punching everything till one day he punched his own anger to death. He has written a book about it. Scott became a world-renowned athlete, but he ended his career to come back to his hometown and take on the job of the athlete he admired the most. Now he's here again at high school, working as coach. Miranda uses her vast surf knowledge to get a job at handpicking the best surfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her surfs to do the work. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were lots of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Aww. That's so cool. Oh,
Aw, look at you guys.
is that just like Mumra from He-Man on the left? The art.
That looks like Slender Man over there.
I really love this art. It's so good.
We didn't even meet the pumpkin guy. So cute. The soundtrack's not bad either.
Yeah. Pretty
Player
good.
character.
Aw.
Aaron Hansis.
Yep.
Although I feel like Erik should have voice acted.
Ollie.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Unlocked.
So cute. For a main game inspiration, a yawn, and then many TV shows that inspired us too. Game created by beautiful glitch.
There were a few glitches.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that. Thanks for playing.
Yay!
Oh yay! So let's talk about this game, guys. Unlock, prepare to bring chaos and destruction to this realm. It's party time.
Wow.
Unlocked. You've unlocked 12 new images in the gallery.
Hey.
Cool.
Nice.
Now you got Evil Miranda at the very bottom. Near the bottom.
They've got Evil Miranda in the bottom.
Yeah, near the bottom, yeah, in the gallery.
Oh, nice. Now that we finished the game at long last,
Long last.
anyone, what are your thoughts? Anyone?
I actually really, really liked it. I liked that we could interfere in each other's dating by helping out. I loved it, even though it was kind of competitive, we were also really helping each other and rooting for each other. I loved the chaos and the randomness of it, and the writing was just... it. Even though we had to like redo it all the time, it was still entertaining every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to, just for those of you who are watching, we ended up having to replay this game 3 times because it kept crashing. I probably would have mentioned that during the playthrough, but just to reiterate, so we tried to redo everything each time as accurately as possible as we did the first time. Yeah, so if things didn't look consistent all the way through, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I think it was the long Chris. It's like after like the failed attempts, the long one. We was like, you know what, short one, we're getting to prom.
We just need to get to prom, because that's what the game
Yes.
is about.
Yes. What I did like about it though was that even though we did have to play it a couple times, I did like that it wasn't just rehashing the exact same stuff again. Like each time we did get different scenarios, and we even had different stats at the beginning. So none of them ended up exactly right, even though we were trying to go for the same people each time. But overall, I liked it. The crashes did take a little bit of the fun away from me for a little bit, but overall, the whole experience was fun. So hopefully they fix those glitches.
Yeah.
I feel like we just got a lot of bad luck with the crashes, because I think it's a relatively stable game normally, and I think it is a shame because, you know, our first experience with the game, I'm sure that spoiled a lot, but I can see that had the crashes not happened, I can see myself like absolutely adoring, loving this game. Go ahead, Erik. What are your thoughts?
I totally called as you were gonna go. I told you you were gonna go for Scott.
Yeah, you thought you knew I was gonna. Yeah.
Yep.
You didn't think I was gonna go for Damien? Sweet Damien?
No, I know. He's the very kind of like Alistair type. The big guy, the lovable guy with big heart.
He's basically like a puppy.
Yeah.
He's
He literally is
basically
a puppy.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was sweet, and like his dialogue. I wish that we could have shown you some of the Scott scenes that we kind of flew through and I didn't include, but there were some really cool, like, sweet moments that we had. And then other ones where you're, like, rubbing stuff on his chest and things.
Yeah, I think there's actually a secret. You have to become like king of the furries.
Oh, the king of the furries. Yes.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shirtless Scott jokes, especially when the game is like, unfortunately, we didn't actually make a shirtless Scott model. Sorry. Like, I love how that.
I'm sure there's some creative artists out there that can do that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of fan art for that.
Honestly, I think the strength of the game comes from the comedy and the writing. That's where their strength lies, in like trying to be able to become that, be able to bring that out. Because comedy can be.
I would love to see how this game runs with 4 people who are just absolutely cutthroat. Like, we were trying to help each other out, but with people actively trying to sabotage each other.
That would be hilarious. Everyone trying to go for the one person.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's like
Everyone has to go for one person.
Yeah, like right at the start, it's the objective. Like, hey, we're all going after Scott.
With Scott.
That would be
Great,
amazing.
Scott.
Great Scott.
How did you like the multiplayer mechanics?
I think it was fun because I like it because if one person kind of chose one route, it kind of had to make you choose kind of differently, kind of think on the spot. Because if you wanted to go one path to bump up some stats, you had to go to one place instead. So it kind of helps with, like, think on your feet.
Yeah. I like the mechanic of having the challenges to figure out who goes first, but at the same time, you are kind of depending on the host of the game to not be biased.
Yeah.
So I do wish there was they do have an unbiased way of doing that, the randomness.
Right.
But I wish there was a way to do unbiased challenges as well. But I also understand that would be difficult.
Yeah.
I think the most thing I liked about the multiplayer is that we could enjoy all the romances all together. So you don't have to sit there and play through all the romances. You can each watch them develop with each other. And I thought that was something really special. Really cute.
I was a little confused at what the point of the skills were, because it seemed like there were hearts that you got from the person, which I'm sure mattered at the end, but I wasn't sure if the skills necessarily really mattered in the end.
From what I remember, I think the big thing is like whatever skills better between. I think when it comes to the questions, if there's one skill that's better than the other skill, then that usually helps determine which one is going to give you a favorable outcome. I'm not 100% certain of how the stats are determined, whether it's a success or a failure.
Okay. I really like the art style a lot, as we talked about at the ending, yeah, I mean the weekend scenes where I think Sam mentioned this. I think off camera when we redid it once, and I didn't include in the film, there was a part where I think Brian was doing something the weekend, but he was given the chance to either sabotage or help out Damien's relationship with Amira, and I love how diverse, I guess, those events are. The other mechanic that I wasn't completely sure about was the items that you purchased. Now, there were some items that triggered events, like the zombie, the corpse, and the sheet with the holes in it for the ghost. As that we fortunately did get to see. And I'm assuming other items that you grab may be associated with special endings, is my guess? Secret endings?
Yeah, I know, like the
think
penguin
so.
mask and the bag of cocaine would be like that Polly, that the one position that you were talking about in one of the playthroughs we had. No, I think the corpse can also lead to an alternate ending, as well. There's like a book that you can get in at the shop too that can also result in an alternate ending where you just don't pick anyone, you just stay at home and read.
Okay.
But yeah, some of the items can lead to secret endings as well.
There's a lot of replayability.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
for this
Almost
game.
amount of
So.
ending.
All of those different events and all of those different endings, and just the fact that we clearly could see every playthrough is totally different because the events that happen are generated randomly as well. So
I think this is a great game where you can introduce your friends into like this kind of style and have fun with them at the same time. I think it's something. It's got a lot of replayability. I mean, either when you're playing by yourself or just with friends, like when you're trying to figure out what to do. This is like something really fun that you can do with your friends across the country or on the other side of the world. It's just something that you guys can really bond over, and it's just pure fun. It's really great.
Yep.
It's interesting, like having as like voice act some of the characters.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I'm always gonna hear Lumpy Space Princess as Polly.
Ah,
You did a really great job.
yes,
yes.
yes. That was Erik was the best part of this whole thing because Erik is
When it was Polly and Scott in the same.
Polly was fun to voice.
We haven't mentioned this yet, and I think it's a good thing that we haven't mentioned this yet. Now, like in this day and age, it's a good thing we haven't really mentioned it, just because it's becoming more of the norm now, which is the inclusivity of being able to romance any gender, and also being able to define the pronoun for your character. So, mad props and kudos to the developers for allowing that inclusivity into this game and all that good stuff. I thought that was awesome.
Yep.
I think at the end there, it seemed like we had a lesbian couple, a gay couple, and 2 straight couples.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, any of them could have been bisexual, but I mean that's same gender, 2 same genders and 2 non-same genders, which was pretty awesome.
Yep.
Anything else before we close?
I had a lot of fun, and I think you guys should go out and play this game and try it. It's a blast.
Yeah,
It really is.
absolutely.
I wonder what the one player's like. If you're playing by yourself, I wonder if do the other characters get controlled
No,
by?
I think you're playing by yourself.
I see, you're just playing by yourself. That's not as much fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless if you want to play cut through by yourself.
Cut through by yourself. Well, thank you to the 3 of you for holding on despite all of the bugs and issues. I know that got really, frustrating near the end there, but I appreciate you, especially for those of you who are late, like Erik and Sam. Thank you for holding on there till the very end. We made it though, and hopefully it was worth it in the end.
We made it to prom, you guys.
We made it to prom.
We made it to prom.
So,
We all got our dates.
yes.
Which I'm
Somehow.
surprised
Worth it.
we actually did get all our dates.
Out of just out of curiosity, which out of the 4 characters, out of the 4 dates, which one was your personal favorite? If it wasn't your own, I guess. You can say your own was your favorite. I'm super. I love Polly, but I really
I
enjoyed.
find it
Scott.
hilarious that I was able to lead Miranda to like a coup to take over the crown
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
through assassinations and just that secret ending was kind of hilarious. Actually going through that process.
That was
Miranda was a lot of fun, just being this pretty pink princess, but also just so merciless.
Sort of naive about the world, but also just like, oh yeah, whatever. You're just perfectly fine with the genocide, just killing off her own cousin or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Scott was just so great, though. I don't know. There was never a scene with Scott where I was like, well, that was not as fun as the rest of them.
He was
I always look forward to Scott's scene.
Yep.
Yeah. I definitely will say probably like for people playing, of course, obviously the material in here may not be suited for everyone because
Of course.
there is definitely a very like adult theme just with different substances and stuff like that. So it may not be best suited for everyone, but still, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
If you're age appropriate, go out and enjoy. And dress up
Yes, just like us.
when you play.
When you play, just like us. Yes. So, for those of you watching around Halloween or All Hallows Eve, happy Halloween. Please be safe, have fun, and if you're not watching this during Halloween, I hope that you're having an awesome time and hope you enjoyed watching us enjoy this game as well. And I guess until next time, everybody, love yourselves and love each other. Guys.